Hello there, this is Directly Said with Sharon. I had no intention of video blogging tonight. However, something has happened and I am very, very upset. I am angry. I am upset. I want everyone to know, especially Trinis and anyone, tourist from any country using Caribbean Air to fly into Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Caribbean Air. Usually when I'm flying into Trinidad and Tobago for Carnival, I would fly American Airlines. This year, and usually I book my flight like 6 months in advance. This year, my schedule, not being sure of which city and or country I would have been in at the time for Carnival, I did not book my flight that early. However, I booked my flight a while ago. Not a week, not days ago, not 2 weeks ago, a while ago, through Travel One, flying with Caribbean Air. Yes, Caribbean Air based in Trinidad and Tobago, out of Miami, connecting in Jamaica, flying into Port of Spain. My return flight would be with American Airlines. Lo and behold, I got home this evening. Sorry for my appearance. I had no intention of, I'm in the house, putzing around, and I got a phone call from Dave from One Travel. Dave said to me, I am sorry, I have to inform you that your flight was rescheduled for such and such date, such and such time with Caribbean Air, and you have two options. One option is a full refund, and before he went on to tell me my next option, I said, that is unacceptable. I booked a while ago. It is Carnival time in Trinidad and Tobago. People, it is very, very hard to get a flight to go in at your preferred day at this time of the year in Trinidad and Tobago. And two, it is extremely expensive. I know, because I have flown in at the last minute at a whim and paid through the nose to get to Trinidad during Carnival season. So, being told that my flight is no longer available to me and that I would receive an email in a few minutes was quite upsetting. I received the email, and the email said to me a very different thing than Dave said. Now, my options went down to one. The available option was a full refund of my money. A full refund of my money. That's my only option. Folks, unacceptable. Caribbean Air, unacceptable. You are a Trinidad and Tobago based airline. You know firsthand what time of the year it is. You know the difficulty in finding a flight per any one specific schedule, and you know the cost of the flights at this time of year. It is unacceptable. I will not accept it. I booked a flight a while ago, not last week, not a couple days ago, a while ago. The flight is to fly in to Trinidad and Tobago in a couple weeks, in about 2 weeks. Actually, it is the height of the Carnival season, and it's in one's best interest to book your flights early. Many options. One of them is you get me on a flight out the day that I want to leave, and now, not a connecting flight, a direct flight, because I don't trust you. I do not you will get me on a direct flight out of Miami, Florida to Trinidad and Tobago on the day I want to go. Or there's another option. You will incur all of my expenses for the entire time I have planned to stay in that country, including the cost of my trip, which, folks, let me let you know, it's not a $200, a $300, a $400, a $500 ticket. You will incur the cost of the ticket. You will incur the cost of my costume for playing in one of the most elite band in Trinidad and Tobago, an individual in one of the elite bands in Trinidad and Tobago. You will incur all my expenses that I would have incurred in that country, my stay during that there in that country. You will incur the expenses here, like my dog sitting, my cute little Shih Tzu Trini dog sitting. You will incur the cost of that. Yes, and I could go on and on. So, CEO of Caribbean Airlines, customer service manager of Caribbean Airlines, I believe it's your fault. I specifically asked both agents at One Travel who is at fault. Whether it's true or not, I was told it's Caribbean Airlines. Dave, who I spoke to, said it was Caribbean Airlines. Leonie, who was very, very, very helpful, very kind, very professional, who I spoke to around 7:30. I stayed on the line from 7:30 till 7:45 before I got an answer. And when I did get an answer, we stayed on the phone until 7:59. Leonie informed me she will do her best for her agency to contact Caribbean Isle in the morning. I'll go one step further. I'm contacting you now. I am going to send you an email when I get off doing this video. You will get me into Trinidad and Tobago on the day that I wish to go. The day that I wish to go. No longer a connecting flight. I do not trust you. I am going to make sure that I report you to Consumer Affairs here, the Department of Transportation here, and the Department of Transportation in Trinidad and Tobago. It is unacceptable, not this time of the year. And I believe that this has something to do with either overbooking and or underbooking. And I couldn't care less what the problem is. I am a customer. I paid for a service and I expect that service. It is not the time of year to fool with me. It's not the time of year to fool with anyone trying to get into Trinidad and Tobago. I repeat, there are two options. You get me on my flight out that day, a direct flight, and or you incur every single expense that this trip would have cost me and get me on a flight that day out on another airline like American Airlines. Not just any airline. I am not a customer to just sit back and accept this kind of service. This is the reason why this happens. The airlines are now charging through the nose, people. They're charging us through the nose for these flights. And then you wind up getting dumped on. And I will not be dumped on. I am not one to accept it. So I am asking you, please remedy this matter as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And for me, as soon as possible does not mean in the next 2-3 days. This is carnival time, people. Yes, I paid a lot of money for a costume. You will have to pay me for that and many other expenses that I would have incurred. Therefore, somebody at Caribbean Airlines and somebody at the Department of Tourism in Trinidad and Tobago need to act, and you need to act swiftly. I am putting this out there to you people. This is the kind of service that we get from Caribbean Airlines at this time of the year. This is not some foreign airlines who does not have a concept of what time of the year it is. I am angry. I am damn angry, and I am going to be in Trinidad and Tobago the day I want to go. I expect a response to the email that I'm going to be sending out with my contact information that you already have. I expect a response ASAP in the AM tomorrow. Not next week, not 2 days from now. And you're going to make it happen. I am damn angry. Therefore, you need to rectify this problem as soon as possible. As soon as possible does not mean next week. It does not mean 2 days from now. It means ASAP. And the thing that is more upsetting is I am told there's no way to contact your office. Your business hours are, and I wrote it down, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Excuse me? Hello? I can get on the line right now and get a customer service agent with American Airlines. You're going to be flying in and out internationally out of different countries, and your close of your business hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.? CEO, director, whoever is at the head at Caribbean Airlines, you know what time of the year this is. You know what this means. I expect this problem to be solved ASAP and not wishy-washy. Yes, you know what I mean. Not wishy-washy. Solved in a proper manner ASAP. And I thank you. This has been Directly Said with Sharon. Much love.